It's right after the World Trade Center went down. I can remember exactly what time. In the
So
morning
it's
it was.
early in the morning.
It's
out
early
there.
in the morning
It's
out
like
there.
6 or
It's
7.
like 7 something.
Yeah.
Because I just got done running, and it's starting to get hot. And I remember everybody's running this little ass TV. The TV's like, it's like old school TVs.
Yeah.
The hotel room's old, and they're all circling around this TV, dude. We're just staring at it.
Let's go back to the beginning of your career, though. That was a really fun tangent.
Yep,
I like
that was a good tangent.
So, because we were saying earlier, you got in and deployed before 9/11.
Yes.
You had done some stuff. So you went to Europe. You went to the Balkans.
Went to the Balkans.
Was that your first deployment?
Bosnia. No. My first deployment was Africa.
Oh,
so
what
each
was
group,
that?
each group is set up to go to different parts of the world.
Okay.
And that's why you have the language speakers on each team. So that if something kicks off in this part of the world, so
Right.
third group was in charge, used to be the Caribbeans and Africa. That was third group. Fifth group had like the Middle East. Seventh group's always been down south. Then you got first group, 10th group. Those guys always been like Asia, Central Asia,
Yeah.
and places like that, which you probably already know. So third group for me was Africa. So I think the first trip I ever went on when I got the group was Kenya, I think.
And what were you doing there?
We were training, I think it was Kenya, either Kenya or,
Well, that would. So this is what, like 98, 99?
99.
So this would have been like a year after the embassy bombings in Kenya, right?
Yeah. It was 2 years, I think, embassy bombing. I think.
Yeah.
It was either 99. Yeah, I think it was 99 or 2000. So we go to Kenya. We're training Tanzanian, Kenyans, and Ugandans. And
Training
we're training them in small unit tactics, fucking shoot, move, communicate, shooting in small unit tactics. Because they were fighting a war in the Congo. They always fought in a war in the Congo.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty cool, man, going to training those guys. I'm new to the team, getting there, learning, and just seeing like when a Green Beret walks into a room, dude, and you're teaching people. It's amazing how, because one, your shit, you're teaching it, but they're actually getting ready to go use this shit in combat. You're like, holy shit, dude, they're in that room like this. I saw a kid fall asleep one day in class, and he got caned out back. They beat the shit out of that kid, dude. Yeah. Beat the shit out of him. I was like, holy shit. And of course, we're sitting there like, hey, Sergeant Major. Well, one of their Sergeant Major. Like, you can't. And one of the guys like, no, we don't get involved in that. That's their military. That's
They want to do that.
They want to beat him. They beat the shit out of the kid. But I'll tell you one thing.
You're like, so class. And then.
Yeah. Chase out, beat the shit. Joe, no, dude, you can hear my back. But I'll tell you what, that motherfucker never went to sleep again. I never even dozed off again, dude. It's like, shit, my buddy's getting in class. I'm getting in class. Like, I'm learning shit. Like, I'm like, fuck that, dude. Like, I'm paying attention to this class. Yeah, dude, he got caned. But it's life or death with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but they were fighting wars, and you're literally training them for that.
We're training them to go fight wars, yeah, dude.
So you're not in a combat scenario?
Nope, not in a combat scenario.
You're just teaching?
Nope, we're just teaching. As a matter of fact, we went out one night to go do something. We took some pop shots. We think it's just probably like some motherfuckers like, hey, they go to Americans in Africa, let's shoot at them. Nothing, because we still carry weapons and shit. Nothing that we were afraid of. Like, was that gunshot? Then the next day we got back and one of our Land Cruisers had a fucking couple bullet holes in it. Like, oh shit.
Wow.
Yep, because we went ting ting. Like, yep, that was gunshot. But not combat, you know what I mean? Come back, do our thing. And then September 11th hit, man. We was actually in Beta, Nevada. I remember like yesterday. We was in Beta, Nevada training Border Patrol guys on booby traps, small unit tactics, tracking. Troy Lettier was teaching a tracking class. And we was teaching them something else. I can't remember. And I got him went for a run that morning. And we were out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't know if you've ever been to Beta, Nevada. There's nothing there.
No.
There's like in the middle of a town, casino.
I've been to Las Vegas.
Hotel. Well, if you drive on Oscar, Las Vegas, you pass by the Bunny Ranch. Because we stopped there. Passed by. We just checked it out. We stopped there, checked it out.
Checked it out.
Yeah, just checked it out. Because we stopped midday. You want to go to midday, dude. That's like all the old women, like, they should call it a Geritol Ranch. But nighttime is when the happening's happening, you know what I mean? So we just stopped by, like, we never been to Bunny Ranch. So we was like, hey, let's check this place out. But anyways, so we got to beat in Nevada, nothing there. Little town, little small ass town. They had a hotel that was set up like old school hotels, like you got the rooms and it's just a ranch style house and the rooms are connected. So each one of us had a room like that. And it's just a big long ass style, ranch style building. And I remember taking off running that morning. And when I came back, all the guys was sitting around this one room with the doors open. And all of our equipment was in these rooms, all the doors open. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? So I walk around, I go, hey, what are y'all doing? And everybody's like, shut up, man, shut the fuck up.
What time is it?
It's right after the World Trade Center went down. I can remember exactly what time.
So it's early in the morning.
It's early in the morning
it's
out there. It's like 7 something.
Yeah.
Because I just got done running, and it's starting to get hot. And I remember everybody's running this little ass TV. The TV's like, it's like old school TVs.
Yeah.
The hotel room's old, and they're all circling around this TV, dude. We're just staring at it. And I was like, so I'm looking over the guy's shoulder. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey, is that real? And they're like, shut up, Johnny. I'm like, the fuck, dude? Because I just walked in. They're like, yeah, dude, we think it's real. Because at first, we didn't think that shit was real.
You didn't.
No, we didn't think it was real.
You see towers burning on national TV. You don't
we
think
saw
it's
it
real?
on TV, national TV, and everybody's like, is this fucking real? Because it just hit us. We had just woke up. Guys like, dude, is that fucking real? We were all like, is that real? And then, you had the boy who's coming up. Twin Towers just got, now another plane is going to the building. We're like, oh shit, that's real. And then a sat phone ring, I'll never forget it.
Oh, so wait, you saw the second plane come in?
Yeah, we were
You were there when the first
Yep.
one was burning.
Yep, when the first one was burning.
And then you see that second
And then
plane
the second
hit.
one's coming in. I just walked in the room. I was
You remember
like,
that
holy
moment?
shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember like yesterday, I was like, oh, shit.
Under attack.
Under attack. We're like, oh, shit, dude. Like, fuck. And then about maybe a minute, 2 minutes after that, maybe 5, the sat phone rang. I remember everybody just turned and looked at it. We just looked at it like, and then we watched the news and looked at it. And then one of the guys was like, answer fucking phone. I remember I grabbed it. I was like, ODA 382, Sergeant Glenn speaking. I'm sure, ma'am. And his commander, he's like, hey, where's da-da-da? And I was like, right here. I passed the phone off to the commander, or our team leader at the time. And he's like, Roger, sir. Roger, sir. Roger, sir. All ears, Roger, sir. Roger, sir. Roger, sir. Packing out. Roger that, sir. Click. Hung the phone up. We packed all our shit up, dude. Drove to Nellis. And within a couple hours, we were on a flight flying back to Fort Bragg.
Whoa.
Yep. Landing at Bragg. We landed in Delaware first. Where the fuck that base is called?
Dover?
Dover.
Air Force
We
Base.
landed in Dover first. You always get stuck in Dover.
Yeah.
There's nothing fucking there. We got landed in Dover. Now everybody's, trying to make phone calls. We're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Then we got back to Bragg, man. Once we got back to Bragg, that next day, I think we had a briefing and like, hey guys, this shit's real. And then the group commander, third group commander, he was on his way, I guess, to DC.
Yeah.
To figure out what was going on,
Yeah,
get the
yeah.
policy and all that shit. And then it was just sit around, wait, pack shit up, go in the ranges, zeroing your guns, just getting ready. Because now balloon's up, dude. It's like, hey, we're going to fucking
Oh, yeah,
combat.
yeah. Back for a second, though, to when it's going down and
Mm-hmm.
you're on the TV and you're in that room and that call's coming in. Obviously, like, that's one of the first things I can really remember in my life. I was like 7 years old or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how surreal that was, but it was, I'm not in the military. I'm just a kid, but I could see this as evil. And you could see that life was changing
Mm-hmm.
right there. You, though, are about to now be in the middle of shit. You've been in this kind of like peacetime-ish
Mm-hmm.
type thing, at least as it pertains to America. And suddenly you see we're under attack on our own turf right here. Is there a moment there while you're still in the room where like, I don't know, time stops and reality sets in? Or was it just a blur?
I think time stopped and reality set in. I'll ask the guys on the team this when that fucking phone rang. Because when I first saw it, we all thought like, nah, dude, that shit can't be real, is it? You know what I mean? You see the captions on the TV, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because we're America, you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? But when that fucking phone rang, it was like when you watch a movie and then you get the noise and everybody like, oh shit, we all snap back to reality. Like, because when that thing ring, you knew something was going down. Like,
It's like
something's
the
real.
red line.
It's like the red line, dude. You're like, oh shit, like, and it's just, and it makes a funny noise when it rings. Like, everybody just looked at it, dude. We were all like, that's for me when, oh shit, dude, this is real.
Did you know who it was right away?
Yeah, we knew it was.
You knew it
third
was
group.
Al
Oh yeah,
Qaeda.
we knew exactly what it was. We knew it was a group commander.
So had you guys looked prior to 9/11, had you guys been read in on stuff about Al Qaeda or dealt with them?
Yeah,
in any way?
we had talked about, you had heard the stories about Al Qaeda, this, that, and the other, and in the Mujahideen era.
Mhm.
Never thought they would pull off something like this. I mean, this is America, and you're driving planes into into America in the World Trade Center, dude. That's huge.
Yeah.
That's some shit we would plan, not a third world country,
Yeah.
So, but we still wasn't sure, you know what I mean? Like, all right. And of course, we were, I think at that point, a lot of Americans died. And it's like, hey, we're getting retribution right fucking now. Find me somebody to go punch in the face.
Right.
It's like if somebody go hit your sister in the face. Some dude go hit your sister, you're going to whoop somebody's ass.
Yep.
It doesn't matter who, when, what, where, why. I'm going to find somebody. If you fit the description, if you're close to the description, you getting your ass whipped. So at that point, dude, anything they told us, they could have told us it was the fucking nuns in South Carolina. We'd have been like, all right, we're going to whoop somebody's ass. You know what I mean? Like, they getting it.
Yeah.
So
that same day you're shipping in Nullis and they ship you to Dover.
then we
All within the same day.
same day. Shipped into Dover and then from Dover straight back to Fort Bragg.
You guys talking to each other on the
Oh, yeah,
plane?
dude. We're like, hey, man, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think? What do you think this? What do you think about that? And we're all just like, oh, fuck, dude, who knows, man? At first we're like, hey, you think any of them are in New York? Because we're like, hey, if they can get planes in New York, maybe they invade it.
Oh, yeah.
Which they could have at the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, they did, and so they'd cells all over the place.
Oh yeah,
People
they had cells
supporting the
everywhere.
operation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, that was
But
such
I
an
hate to say it, but
operation.
we kind of needed that too, though.
You think we needed it?
September 11th. Because all those cells that was operating, if we didn't have the September 11th, can you imagine? This is me talking. And I hate to say it, but can you imagine if those cells, if you can coordinate two planes flying in America, World Trade Center, can you imagine how many cells they could have built in America, which was a lot already. But can you imagine how many cells they could have built and then just did one initiation? Like you initiate an ambush, we initiate with the machine gun, that's the most casualty producing weapon, or we initiate with a claymore, or whatever the case may be. But can you imagine if they initiated with something like, because the one thing that terrorists got that we don't have is time. They have time. Can you imagine if there was 10 cells per state in America? That's 50 states. That's what, 500 cells. 500 cells. And you pick some of the most predominant targets that you're going to hit.
All at once.
All at simultaneously. That scares me way more than a plane going into a building, dude. Because now if you did that, what you would do is you think about it, and if you did it right, what you would do is not only would you start fighting, you would kill a lot of people, but you would start inner fighting. Like you down in South Georgia now. You know, I'm South Georgia, dude. Like, you know, we bleed red down there. You don't fuck around down in South Georgia. So now you got people that are looking at, if it was say it was an Arab that fucking did something down there, then you're looking at every Arab like that motherfucker is he's an enemy.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. Like, it might
And
be
we
on a
kinda
whole
did
nother
that.
level there, but we kind of did
We
that.
kind of did that.
You ever
know what I
listen
mean?
to Howard Stern
Oh, yeah.
September
Mhm.
11th
Yeah.
live show?
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
It puts me in the mind of that. Remember that Denzel Washington movie?
Which one?
I can't remember which one it was, where the cop was he was from like somewhere, and they did a terrorist attack, and they arrested his family, and then they didn't want to get his family back. Fuck, what movie is that?
Well, John Q's when his son needs.
No,
to
John Q's when his son needs it.
Yeah.
And then Denzel's like, no, we're gonna get your family back, and get your family back. And his wife was they got it behind a fence.
What movie is that? The Siege?
Hold on.
Terrorist cells made attacks and.
No, when it might have been the Siege. Check, it might have been the Siege.
I think it's The Siege.
I think it was. But anyways, the cop or the investigator or the FBI agent's wife or whatever she was.
Yeah. The film follows FBI anti-terrorism expert Anthony Hubbard. Yeah. Okay.
And dude, that movie, if you hadn't watched it, watch it. That movie is spot on. How they did it. Because they made it look like everybody that was innocent or every Arab was guilty. So we just started locking people up, putting them in confinement, dude. And
Yeah, look what we did in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
Internment camps with the Japanese.
with the Japanese, yeah.
It's like when you have a rotten apple in the barrel, you suddenly just look at all the apples and go, well, we can't take the chance another one of them is. And it makes you do some weird things.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
It does.
Thank you guys for checking out this clip. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe and hit the like button on this video. It is a huge, huge help. And if you'd like to check out this clip's full podcast episode, that link is in the description below or right here. And finally, you can follow me on Instagram and X by using the links in my description below.